As the great Buddha once said, peace comes from within, do not seek it without. In a world constantly pulling us in different directions, between work, relationships, and the pressures of everyday life, it can feel nearly impossible to find that inner calm we often long for. We often search for peace in external things, believing that once our circumstances change, we'll finally feel at ease. But what if the peace you're looking for is already within you, waiting to be discovered? In today's video, we'll dive deep into powerful Buddhist teachings and practices that show you how to cultivate lasting peace and tranquility from within, no matter how chaotic the world around you may be. Stick with us, and we'll guide you on a journey to true inner peace. 1. Understanding the nature of the mind. To start, it's essential to grasp the nature of the mind. In Buddhism, the mind is often compared to a monkey swinging from tree to tree, constantly moving, distracted, and restless. This concept, known as the monkey mind, illustrates how our thoughts jump from one to another, leaving us overwhelmed, scattered, and struggling to find mental peace. The mind rarely stays still. It's constantly processing information, reacting to stimuli, and spinning countless thoughts that often create anxiety, stress, or emotional turmoil. Understanding that this constant motion is the nature of the mind is the first step toward calming it. We don't need to fight it or try to make it stop moving. Instead, we can learn to observe it without reacting. When we sit quietly and become mindful, we begin to notice the patterns of our thoughts. Over time, with practice, we can detach from the belief that our thoughts define us. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for developing awareness of the mind's behavior. Through regular practice, you can train yourself to observe thoughts without getting caught up in them. For instance, when a negative or anxious thought arises, instead of immediately engaging with it, observe it as though you're watching it pass by, like clouds in the sky. Over time, this process helps create space between the thoughts and your reactions, allowing you to approach life with greater clarity and calm. By understanding that the mind is naturally restless, you can stop blaming yourself for not being able to focus or be at peace all the time. Instead, focus on the process of learning to observe and detach, and with patience, you will notice your mind becoming quieter and more manageable. 2. Protect your energy. Eliminating the drains of life is essential. Our energy is a vital resource, yet many of us go through life unaware of the subtle energy drains around us. These drains can be external, like toxic people or stressful situations, or internal, such as negative thinking and unproductive habits. Energy drains often leave us feeling exhausted, anxious, or overwhelmed. Before we know it, we're mentally and physically depleted. Protecting your energy is crucial for maintaining inner peace. The first step is to identify what drains your energy. For example, do you feel drained after spending time with certain individuals who constantly complain or create drama? Are there environments or situations that leave you tense or anxious? Recognizing these sources of depletion is the first step toward creating boundaries that protect your peace. Buddhism teaches the importance of establishing boundaries, both mentally and physically, to conserve our energy. In practice, this might mean saying no more often, setting aside time for self-care, or creating physical spaces where you can relax without distractions. For example, if social media drains you, consider limiting your time on these platforms or setting aside specific periods for social engagement. Likewise, spend time with people who uplift and energize you rather than drain you. Protecting your energy involves taking proactive steps to recharge. Make time for practices that nourish your body and mind, such as yoga, meditation, or simply spending time in nature. By actively protecting and recharging your energy, you create a solid foundation for inner peace. 3. Rewiring your brain, breaking free from stressful thought patterns. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape our reality, influence our emotions, and even affect our physical well-being. Often, we find ourselves trapped in stressful thought patterns that reinforce anxiety, fear, or negativity. These patterns become ingrained in our neural pathways, creating a kind of mental autopilot where we react to situations in the same way repeatedly. The good news is that with mindfulness and intentional practice, we can rewire our brains and break free from these harmful cycles. The first step is awareness. Notice how you respond to stress. Do you spiral into negative thinking, imagine worst-case scenarios, or engage in self-criticism? These patterns may be automatic, but they can be disrupted. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment to our thoughts and emotions. When we cling to a thought, we continue to dwell on it, intensifying anxiety or stress. By practicing mindfulness, we create space between ourselves and our thoughts. We observe without immediate reaction. One powerful method for breaking free from stressful thoughts is noting. As thoughts arise, mentally note them, such as thinking or worrying. This simple acknowledgement helps detach from the thought itself. By bringing awareness to thoughts without engaging with them, you can break the cycle of stress and prevent negative spirals. For the power of acceptance, letting go to find true peace. Acceptance is one of the most transformative practices in Buddhism, though it can also be challenging. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to strive for more success, more possessions, more control. But true peace comes not from trying to control everything around us, but from accepting life as it is. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity or tolerating unhealthy situations. It means recognizing that some things are simply beyond your control. By accepting this, you free yourself from the struggle of trying to change what cannot be changed. For example, if you face illness or loss, accepting reality allows you to move through it with grace and peace. When we resist or deny what is happening, we create internal conflict and unnecessary suffering. By accepting what is, we find space for healing and peace. Acceptance also applies to emotions. Often, we suppress or ignore uncomfortable emotions like sadness, anger, or frustration. These emotions are part of being human. Instead of fighting them, accept them. Acknowledge your feelings and allow yourself to experience them fully. This practice of acceptance is essential for letting go of emotional tension and cultivating inner peace. 5. Stillness in the storm. Finding calm amidst chaos. Life is often unpredictable and filled with chaos. Relationship issues, health concerns, work pressures, or global events can leave us feeling out of control and overwhelmed. In such moments, finding peace can seem impossible. But true peace, according to Buddhism, isn't about escaping the storm. It's about finding stillness within it. While external circumstances are always changing, the real source of peace lies within us. The world will continue to have elements of chaos, but we have the ability to cultivate deep inner stillness. Meditation is one of the most powerful practices for achieving this inner calm. By sitting quietly and focusing on your breath, you bring your awareness back to the present moment. Even amidst a busy or noisy environment, focused attention on your breathing acts as an anchor, grounding you and helping you feel calm. Mindful breathing is another effective technique. When you feel overwhelmed, take a step back and breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Focus on each breath, letting go of stress and anxiety. Even a few minutes can bring a sense of calm that is unaffected by external chaos. Mindfulness is invaluable during turbulent moments. By being fully present in whatever you're doing, walking, washing dishes, or sitting in a meeting, you prevent yourself from getting lost in swirling thoughts or worries. Mindfulness allows you to observe your emotions and thoughts without judgment or reaction. An essential part of staying calm is letting go of the need to control everything. Much anxiety stems from a desire to control the uncontrollable. Buddhism teaches that accepting life's impermanence is key to peace. By releasing attachment to control, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We can face challenges with clarity, knowing we can't change everything, but we can choose how to respond. 6. Create an environment that supports peace. Our surroundings have a profound impact on our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. The spaces we inhabit, home, workspace, or places we frequent, can either foster tranquility or amplify stress and anxiety. Buddhism emphasizes simplicity. When our surroundings are cluttered, our minds are cluttered. Disorganization makes it harder to focus, relax, or feel peace. Start by designing your sanctuary. Declutter one room at a time, keeping only items that add value or joy. Let go of things that no longer serve you. Decluttering creates physical and mental space, allowing your mind to settle. Consider the sensory aspects of your environment. Colors, calm, neutral colors like soft blues, greens, and earth tones evoke peace. Avoid overly bright or intense colors that stimulate the mind. Nature, bring in plants, natural wood, or water elements. Even a small potted plant can create a peaceful atmosphere. Lighting, maximize natural light. Use soft, warm, artificial lighting if needed. Avoid harsh lighting that creates tension. Sound, reduce noise. Play calming music or nature sounds. Create intentional spaces for relaxation or meditation, a cozy corner with a cushion, candle, or meaningful objects. The more you dedicate areas to calm and reflection, the easier it is to find peace. 7. Healing from the past. Letting go to embrace peace. Our past, joyful or painful, affects how we navigate the present. Unresolved pain, regrets, or trauma can leave us burdened or anxious. Healing from the past is essential for inner peace. Start with acceptance. Acknowledge the burdens of your past. Buddhism guides us to face emotions with awareness and kindness, grief, anger, or regret. Accept your emotions without judgment. Mindfulness allows you to fully feel and release them. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from the grip past events have on your present. Everything changes: thoughts, feelings, and circumstances. Understanding this helps you see the past as only one chapter in your life story. Forgiveness is also crucial. Forgive others who have hurt you, not to approve of their actions, but to release anger and resentment. Equally important is self-forgiveness. Let go of guilt and regret, learning from mistakes while offering yourself the same kindness you would offer others. Meditation supports healing. Visualize releasing burdens and letting go of past pain. Journaling also helps process emotions, offering clarity and closure while making room for growth. The journey to inner peace starts with understanding and guiding the mind, protecting your energy, freeing yourself from stress, accepting life, finding calm amidst chaos, creating peaceful spaces, healing past wounds, and practicing gratitude. Remember, peace isn't a final goal. It's a journey that begins within. By incorporating these Buddhist teachings and practices into your life, you can discover the calm and peace that already lives inside you. Thank you for spending this time with us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We look forward to supporting you on your journey toward inner peace and spiritual growth.